audio. Not sure if he was good. I was gonna play Saints Row 2022, but I got pretty sick and tired of the game, so I was just like, I'll play Saints Row 3 instead. Yeah, I think this is the 100% save file. I almost forgot the controls. Yeah, the controls for the other Saints Row games are a little different from the reboot. So. Yeah, it's like L3 to run in the reboot, and the other games is L1. Excuse me, L3 in the reboot, L1 for the Predator games. Anywho, I'm just gonna stream for a bit, just give all my thoughts on what's going on with Sony right now, what happened a couple days ago. But I don't remember. Was it last week? I'm sorry, I don't remember now. My head's just kind of all over the place. I played so much of the reboot that I keep thinking L3 is to run. It's L1 in this game. I did it again.
I'll catch you, asshole!
I do want to apologize for the last stream. Yeah,
Sure thing, dog.
I'll pick up the Nightblade. Why not? Just want to apologize for the other day with the stream. I'll see you again. I'll press L3. Just want to apologize for the stream. Alright. I don't think I play music, but I can't. Yeah, you guys know why. Anywho. Yeah, it thunderstormed that night, and even though it stopped thunderstorming, like I still had that. It still gave me that message of that the quality of internet was bad. So you guys couldn't see my gameplay. I'll just show you the blue screen with the audio.
Good to be the king.
So yeah, I think it was just a little glitch. I do apologize again. I didn't have choice within the stream really. Yeah, it was just a disaster. I finished all those wanted missions after I ended the stream. It took me like an hour, less than an hour to finish it. Yeah, it wasn't too difficult. Easy stuff right there. Driving isn't perfect in this game. It does feel a little better. I don't know how to explain why. Saints Row games driving physics isn't the best. Something about the reboot doesn't feel like it at all. Makes the other ones feel perfect in comparison. So as the title says, I'm just gonna give you guys my thoughts on the game overall. My unbiased review of the game. Out of the way. So let's get started with my little review. The game for me falls under the mediocre to kind of sucks type of game. Like one side's like it's pretty mediocre, it's not great, not terrible, and like the other side is like, man, this game really sucks. So let me go. Let me explain about the mediocre side. The open world is fine. It's not great, but it's not bad either. I can see what the developers were going for. They wanted a different type of environment. They wanted like they kind of wanted to make their own version of Vegas in like New Mexico and Arizona type of map. I think some of the areas are really well designed. I can tell they definitely had some influence. They probably went to New Mexico and Arizona, all these other states. I think some of the areas of the game do look nice, like the strip is pretty cool. Um, uh, all the little towns, you know, uh, that's like really like that's like very Latin Hispanic influence. It looks nice. It does surround me a lot, like over there, like Arizona and New Mexico or Mexico. Um, I can tell they did their research. I think it looks nice. I think some of the graffiti is pretty good too. Uh, they got a lot of that stuff right. The culture, they did a pretty good job at that. I will give them that. Um, they did capture that like Mexican influence pretty well in the game. Um, not the best at describing that stuff, but is that Latin Hispanic? Yeah, I think they captured it quite well. I do have to give them that. Um, I give them some pointers there. I mean, I gotta give them some points there for that. What else? I did like that little camping area where the idols were living. Like I think it was like near the stadium. All these like tents and all these neon colors and everything. It looks kind of cool. I will admit. And some of like their little hideouts, their mansions, they look kind of cool. I will admit that. All the graffiti and the neon lights, all the pink colors. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. I will say that. That's pretty cool. Um, I like that the tanks and the monster trucks can actually crush vehicles. I think I think the previous games does that too, but yeah, this one, uh, the reboot does it pretty well. Um, maybe better than the earlier installments, the earlier games. I like that. I don't think I've seen any other game really do that, where you can actually crush the vehicle down into like a flat piece of paper. Yeah, they did that pretty well in that game. I did like that. Um, on the game, they had some really cool vehicles that I really like. Um, they have a lot of vehicles, a ton of variety. You got tanks, you got sports cars, you got off-road vehicles and motorcycles and all these really silly vehicles that are like pretty cool. You know, you got like food trucks and you got this little space car that I have. It's like a UFO space car. It's like a red one that I have. It looks pretty cool. Um, excuse me. Uh, what other vehicles is there? Sorry, I lost track. There was like this really cool like futuristic car. I don't know what to call it. It's in red. I have it in red, but it looks pretty cool. It's kind of futuristic and look kind of retro at the same time. You might have to look it up. Sorry, I don't remember the name. That car was really cool. It's really fast too if you upgrade it. Uh, I upgraded to have infinite boost, which is pretty cool. It's a really fast car. I did like that car a lot. Uh, and you got your off-road vehicles, your 4x4s. You got the little cars. I forgot what they call it. Like they're really tiny looking. I don't remember what they're called. I'm not sorry. I'm not a nerd of like off-road vehicles, but you see them. I think they're like I don't know if they're mission derbies or not. I forgot what car it's called. I think it's called the Ant. I don't remember what I'm not a car expert, so I don't know what it's based after exactly, but I know it's based after like a real car. It's like a real small one. Yeah, they got those kinds of vehicles there. I don't think some of those vehicles were in the previous game. I think they're just redesigned or whole new vehicles, but yeah, I think some of the cars were pretty good. Uh, See what deposits do I have. I think some of the weapons are pretty cool. I forgot what the weapon's called. It's like almost like a football. You throw it at an enemy and it just launches them in the I think it's called a throw buster. I don't remember, but it's like a football almost. You throw at them, it sticks to them, and it launches them in the air. That's a cool one. The piñata gun. That's another cool one that I like. I don't remember. It had some cool. It had some pretty cool weapons. I just forgot on the top of my head, unfortunately. Kind of driving. Yeah, it had some unique weapons that I did like. I don't think they were as good as these games. They're not bad. I do enjoy them. I'm trying to think of positive, but some areas of the map do look nice, but others look kind of eh. Like graphically, it looks kind of like a game from PS3, if I'm being honest, in some areas. Some of the textures look a bit off to me. Like the cat, for example. I forgot the name was, but yeah, that looked really low. As if I'm being honest, like low texture. Looks like it came out of the PS3, if I'm being honest. So some areas look good, while others look kind of not great, but not bad. Okay, maybe some more. Okay, I'm just gonna get to the negatives because unfortunately there's a lot of it. Here goes the negatives. The story, it's not great, but it's not terrible either. It's a story that's nothing crazy, nothing original or anything like that. It's just not that good. Like I just have a hard time believing the fact that they're criminals because they need to pay their bills and stuff. It just sounds really silly to me. Yeah. Like how the character, like the main characters look, they just don't scream criminals to me. They don't scream like they're threatening or anything like that. I just have a hard. Just their appearance is it just doesn't look like they're a threat or anything like that. They look like a bunch of hipsters. I think it's just so weird that they're robbing banks because I need to pay my student loans or pay our bills. It just sounds kind of weird. And somehow some of them are from the other gangs and somehow they're hanging out together. It's just a little hard for me to believe. Usually in a gang, you don't really talk to the other gang. Maybe there's kind of an exception, but something about them just made it too unbelievable that they would hang out. Even though their own gangs hate each other. Something about it is just, it didn't click with me. One that kind of made sense was like Julius and Ben King from the early Saints Row games. Although they're Julius is from the Third Street Saints and Ben King is from the Vice Kings. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name. I think it was called Kings or something. I think it was called Vice Kings. I could be wrong. Of course they don't like each other. At the same time, they don't want to get they don't want to like get into that. They don't want to really fight each other. They just kind of like try to stay away from each other as best they can. Mostly because Julius and Ben had a pretty close relationship. Even though they drifted off for some reason, they still remain somewhat close in a way. So they try not to interfere with each other. And the way I remembered it, yeah, it felt kind of believable in a way. But for these guys, it's just, you don't really feel it at all. How you guys became friends with each other? I just didn't really explain it at all. Yeah, I didn't care for any of the characters. Everyone felt pretty one-dimensional. Like the main character just really sucks. He gives me that like really quippy MCU type of dialogue, which I hate so much. It has a lot of that he has. It's just not very good. It's hard to describe it, but if you look it up, you know what I mean. It's just the dialogue just feels so, I don't know, not something people talk. You know, it just doesn't sound right. And some of the dialogue was just really bad from him or her, depending on your character. Um, Sometimes they just randomly swear for nothing. They just say it over and over again. It just sounds so stupid, especially from like the earlier missions when you got fired. There's just a lot of really cringy swearing. It just doesn't sound good at all. All the other characters just didn't care for much at all. I didn't care about the friend, you know, the boss's friends. They just, you know, I didn't feel any type of way about any of them. It just felt one note, you know. Oh, there's the guy with no t-shirt on and he cooks a lot. There's the nerdy guy, and there's the other one that likes to fix cars and is a good driver, and it's like, that's about it. That's all you get from them. There's not much that they fill off of them. It's just, you don't really care about them, if I'm being honest. You just don't care. I don't know, so you don't, I just didn't care either. They really did not do a good job establishing anybody whatsoever. Like, the main character's just, I don't know. You kill people and that's about it. You can't tell what you're supposed to be exactly. And the other games are just not any better either. They really didn't build much about their backstory or anything like that. They're just not really established whatsoever. So they just don't feel like, because of that, they don't feel like a threat whatsoever, and you just don't care to know about them at all.
The blood pumping to my loins. Oh!
Don't stop shooting me. Yeah, the characters just weren't well written at all. It's just kind of like they rushed it, and that's it. The missions felt really repetitive at times. I get that, of course, in a game like open world crime game, of course you drive one place to the other, you start shooting, and you know, do it over and over again. But at least with this game, like Saints Row 3, you get to drive around a chopper, and you know, you start shooting rockets at enemies, and you get to fight. You get to enter a virtual world, and you get to be this avatar, and you get to fight this giant monster. What other things you can do? Oh, you can skydive. Yeah, you can skydive. That was a pretty cool one right there. Fly around in the VTOL, just shoot cars and some other VTOLs, spaceships, whatever you call them. You got Genki Bull. That was pretty fun. This game had a lot more variety than the last one. Like most of the game was just you. Dive there, shoot those guys, stay in place and shoot a bunch of more guys, and can you fly a helicopter once? I don't know. It kind of felt like you were doing the same thing over and over again. And the story was really short. It took me like 3 days to beat it. I think for 3 it took me about a week. Yeah, it was really short. It didn't take me that long to finish it. And yeah, the whole time I was just feeling the motions. I just wasn't feeling anything at all. I was just like, I don't know, whatever. I just want to get it done and over with type of feeling I was having the whole time. So yeah, the story wasn't great, but wasn't bad either. And basically all the activities in the game really sucked. It wasn't that good. A lot of it felt repetitive. I forgot what this one's called, but like the one where you have to give a bad review to like a business, that one was just kind of stupid. All you do is just like, oh, shoot enemies, that's it. I think there was another one, that it was like basically the same thing, but it's not just reviewing uh, give a negative review of some business like a restaurant or whatever. It's just you shooting more enemies. And there's insurance fraud, which is like that's like a really old OG side activity. It's been around since the very first Saints Row game, and that version of insurance fraud is really not good at all. You don't really ragdoll in that game. Um you like turn stiff, and you don't really like move like crazy. It's hard to describe it, but maybe if you play yourself, or maybe look at some gameplay, and maybe look at a comparison between the earlier games and the reboot, you can tell. Like it feels slow when you're in the air, and you just kind of like remain like in a stiff position where you just don't really like waddle everywhere. It just doesn't feel very good.
I
And sometimes the
always
car just doesn't
win.
spawn at all,
Yeah.
which is really annoying. But yeah, insurance fraud on that game really was not good at all. It was just kind of bad. Uh, there was helicopter mission. We just gotta grab some car or container and bring it back to the location you're supposed to drop it on. Yeah, it's fine. Nothing too fun. What other ones I can think of? Yeah, I'm trying to think here. I don't think I've seen that before. I think it's glitching. Yeah, I've never seen that before. So I'm trying to think of some other activities. Yeah, well, I guess I can't remember names anymore. I don't know, the activity just really didn't stood out to me at all. They all kind of sucked. They weren't that great at all. I'm like, I don't know what the heck happened there. I can't remember any good side activities, and that tells me how good the game is right there. Well, I mean, if I can't remember any good side activity, that tells you everything about the game right there. It just wasn't that great. Oh, my wheels popped. That's too much internet talk. Yeah, I brought up earlier. I understand they wanted to change the environment, but although some areas look fine, like the strip or some of the towns and the city, some parts of the city look good. I don't know. I just didn't think a place that they created like space after um Vegas or New Mexico or Arizona, one of those or all three of those states they're basing after. I just didn't think it was the best fit for an open world crime game because it's mostly like a good chunk of the map is like deserts and stuff. It's just not really interesting to look at. Uh, like I said, I get they wanted to change
I'll run with
up
you.
things. I just didn't think that was a good pick for an open world crime game because it's like GTA 5 where most of the time you're gonna be in the city. Everything else is kind of boring, not interesting to go to. It's like that with Saints Row. I don't like the fact they don't show you a picture of what the car looks like, so it's gonna be a mystery. It's the vehicle from the Morningstar. It's a really big map, but mostly because, like I mentioned earlier, all the deserts and stuff. That's what makes the map so big. So, yeah, I just didn't think that was the best uh, uh, type of map that they made. I think, as much as I understand they want to change it up, I think it should have been a city again. That type of style map they were going for, it just didn't fit in for me. In fact, I'm not to go use the restroom real quick. I just gotta go to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay. What are the thoughts I have in the game? The voice acting is fine actually. I think everyone did a pretty good job. It's not bad or anything. I think what hurts the performances is some of the really bad dialogue. Um, I guess you can put that on the positive side. It's fine. The voice acting is fine. Nothing bad. It's just the dialogue is what really holds back. I think everyone did fine with their voice work. Well, at least with me, wouldn't be bad because I picked the male character. I think the first male voice, if I remember correctly. I think it was the first male one, or the second or third.
Oh my god, watch where you're going!
But I think everyone did fine, in my opinion.
Pick something, sneak driving your people in this.
I have to say, I think there's still a lot more. Oh, so I did experience some bugs and glitches. I had brought it up a bit, a few days ago, but I'm just bringing it up again. I did encounter some bugs here and there, nothing game breaking, but there were times where like the textures would be flickering a bit. Like for example, I was on a helicopter flying through the desert, and all of a sudden like all the textures just started flickering out of nowhere, where you can see like the bottomless gray area of the map and just the sky. Like it'll be flickering, and it'll be like parts of the textures were just flickering everywhere. It happened for like 5 seconds and nothing. That was too crazy, but I noticed that. And that actually happened twice in the sky, of all places. That's more like a bug, not a glitch. A bug I see all the time whenever I hopped in the game. By the time you're on the map in the headquarters, you literally see yourself naked. Not like literally naked, it's just, you know, your undergarments and your tank top, and you don't even have hair. So yeah, for like a brief moment, you just have those clothes on, then all of a sudden you have your outfit on. So that's just weird that it always starts like that. And whenever you load a game, yeah, you literally see it, like all the textures like disappear like right before your eyes, like all parts of the texture disappearing. That was just weird. They can just put the loading screen right before that happened. It's just really odd. Not a bug.
Nice try.
Something that those are not bugs really. It's just something I noticed. That's just a little odd. But yeah, here's the glitches coming in. The game crashed on me 3 times for no reason. You know, just running around doing whatever, and you know, so the game crashes. Why does it happen? I have no clue. Yeah, I got a little frustrating, you know, because I had to start whatever I was doing all over again. And the thing that really made me not like the game is I had these glitches with the challenges. So there are these trophies for these challenges. The trophy for completing 25 challenges. There's trophy for getting up first that requires you completing some challenges, so it's kind of tied in with the other trophy. I believe there was another one. I could be wrong. I think it was just those 2. I could be wrong. I've heard those challenges can give you problems. From a look up on the guides, they never fixed the issue whatsoever, and I doubt they'll ever come back and fix it because the volition's gone now. There's no peace volition. So the guide says to avoid playing co-op because apparently it freezes, for some reason it freezes the challenges and it won't progress any further. So basically whatever you're working on towards, it'll just freeze. It won't count anymore. Like for example, you know, if you're working on getting like 30 kills with some weapon, it will just freeze. It won't count anymore. Even if you don't play co-op, you'll still you may still come across this issue. So um, I'll give you an easy example. So there was this challenge for reviving um, your allies 30 times. So basically, um, your main friend group. The game was not clear about your gang members, just your own friend group. You know, so Kev, Eli, and Dean. So they only those guys count for that challenge. Um, it's a pretty easy challenge to make it go by faster. Um, Instead of just like starting a gang war and just waiting until your buddies go down, which by the way it takes forever for them to go down, even if you turn up the difficulty to the highest, even if you put the difficulty on the highest, they just take forever to get for them to go down. So an easy method I found out is that you can just use a helicopter. Uh, Go a decent amount of height, not too high up, and just basically fall down until you're like severely hurt. Not like till you die, not to the point that you die, but to the point um your bar's pretty low, and basically 9 times out of 10 you'll have all of them, all your friends will be down on the ground, and there you go. That makes it pretty easy to get that challenge done. By the time I had my 9th revived ally, by the time I revived my ally for the 9th time, it froze. I kept going, and all of a sudden I looked back on my challenges because I think I revived him like 5 more times, and I went to look at the challenges, and it was still stuck at 9. So it should have been 14, not 9. So I kept going and tried again, but no, it just froze on me. So yeah, that sucked. So I was like, oh, dang it, that sucks. So I reloaded an older save that's not too far behind, and tried again. By the 4th revive, the challenge froze up on me again. So yeah, by that point I was like, I give up on this challenge. I'm moving on. So yeah, it happened on 3 other challenges. I don't remember those, but the reviving allies, that was the one I remembered. But yeah, 3 other challenges froze on me. So I put all this work to complete these challenges, just to try to complete these challenges, just for them to eventually freeze up on me and just stop progressing. So that wasn't good. That really sucked. That right there is what made the game take a lot longer to beat. I mean, those challenges alone is why it took made my time to get the platinum took a lot longer. It was because of those stupid challenges. They just froze up on me, and some kind of bugged on me. Like for a little bit, I thought they froze on me, but some challenges it bugged out. Like as in, it stopped counting for a little bit, and it eventually started counting again. So it was just weird. Like I don't remember the exact weapon. I'll just give you an example. Like say like you kill there's some challenge for killing 30 enemies with a specific melee weapon. You kill like 10 of them, and for a brief moment it stopped counting. You kill 5 more, it just stopped counting. You should have got 15, but still 10. But eventually it'll start counting again. So it just got real buggy there. It happened on like 5 challenges, I think. It just got ridiculous. I just cannot believe it. That was just so frustrating. I put all the work and just for some not to work at all. It was just ridiculous. Oh my lord. That really made me not like the game at all. It was just so frustrating. So, in case anyone wants to go for the platinum for both versions, yeah, PS5 version it's not safe. I did the PS. By the way, I played the PS4 version of Saints Row. If you're going for the platinum for both of those games, first I'm just letting you know that there's no auto pop. So yeah, you have to play the game twice if you want for the platinum. And number two, if you're going for those challenges, please be careful because they most likely will freeze. They'll most likely glitch on you. Uh, they might get buggy. They might glitch on you, which is well, they'll just stop progressing. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, just by the time you're done with the story and you start the challenges, um, definitely not like just play some side quests for a little while, and then start saving. Do some couple manual saves here and there, just to be safe. If you want to use that to, if a challenge freezes you and you just want to go back and do that challenge again, just go on an older save. It's up to you. I only did it once for one challenge, and that was for the revive allies. But of course, like I said, froze out on me twice, so I just moved on, and did some other challenges. So. Yeah, just be really careful there and maybe use an older save, or if the challenge freezes up on you, just try another challenge and just cross your fingers, hope that it starts counting and doesn't freeze or whatever. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to be real careful with challenges. They never fixed the issue for for either version. I don't know about Xbox. I bet it's the same thing. It was pretty ridiculous. That was the part that got me real flustered. That got me like, man, I freaking hate this game. I just want this game to be done and over with. It was just ridiculous. Oh my lord. That was the part that really like threw me off, was those challenges. The challenges weren't even that hard. It's just because it was all buggy and glitchy. Like all the glitches and the bugs is what really triggered me. It's like, oh my lord, it's just really bad. Um, yeah, it was just really frustrating. I just was not having a good time with this challenge. It was just a pain. Something that should have taken like 2 days took me like 4 days. It was ridiculous. Yeah, those challenges is really just taking me off. Oh my lord. But yeah, anyone go for those challenges, be careful. Even if you didn't play co-op and get the prankster trophy, you'll still come across some issues with the challenges. So just be careful if you're going for those challenges. Yeah, that was the part that really triggered me. It was just not. It was just not a fun time. That was like the worst part of the game, was those challenges. Because the glitches and the bugs, it was just bad. Oh my lord. It just wasn't good at all. So yeah, that was yeah, that was the part that really upset me. Once I finally got this the challenges trophies, then I got the prankster trophy. I got it earlier today. Yesterday I tried finding someone to join or host a game where someone can join me and get the prankster trophy. Nobody's playing this game. No, nobody. That game flopped so hard that no one's playing. So yeah, I had to make a boozy session on PSN profiles. And, very quickly, in the next morning, I found someone who wanted the trophy too, so I reached out to him, and yeah, we got it knocked out pretty quickly. So that was good. So yeah, those challenges, this still upset me right now. Like those challenges alone made me like not really want to go for the PS5 version, but at the same time I still kind of want to get the platinum. I don't why I don't know. I'm just weird. But yeah, just if you're going for the platinum, be careful with those challenges. Because those challenges can really screw you over. So yeah, just be careful. Save up, load up some saves every once in a while. And once you get to the challenges, you have some older save in case something goes wrong. So yeah, there you go. Some other thoughts on. Well, I guess I'll close out. I'll just close my little review here with this. Yeah, the Saints Row 2022 was a dud. That was not a good reboot. That was quite probably the worst reboot I've ever played. I haven't played that many reboots in my life. I played Tomb Raider 2013. Um, I didn't play the whole thing. I played a little bit of it, and I liked it. Even though it was kind of like an Uncharted ripoff, it was still pretty good. I never played the original Tomb Raider games. I don't think that was the best example, because I didn't play the original Tomb Raider games. Maybe besides that, that's the only other reboot that I played. But yeah, Saints Row 2022, that was not a good reboot at all. In a lot of areas, the game was a massive downgrade from the previous games. It felt like they just straight up abandoned the fans that enjoyed the earlier games, and they were trying to cater to a whole different audience. What I mean by people who are on Twitter all the time. I think that what they were trying to cater towards, and it just did not work out because for some reason those people that like to complain a lot on Twitter, they don't really support what they claim. You know, like, oh, watch this, oh, we need to watch this movie and blah blah blah. They don't watch it. They expect people to go out and buy or watches whatever out there to go do that. I don't know why they run around saying that they'll support this when they were not there, and then the movie or the video game or TV show bombs pretty hard. They want to carry some kind of normie Twitter audience, basically an audience that doesn't exist. So yeah, that's one reason why they cater to an audience that doesn't exist. Number two, they played it safe with that game. Like outside like the reboot not being just very good, they really didn't try at all. Like they didn't try anything new, anything original. It just felt like a really generic game. It felt like they were playing things safe, trying not to offend nobody. By cater to those Twitter people like I mentioned earlier. None of that. None of the edge. None of the sexual humor. And the swearing, which that wasn't that excessive, like super excessive in the other games. Something about the swearing in the reboot just felt kind of toned down a bit. It just wasn't there anymore. It just felt like they were trying to play it safe. Just make a really generic, forgettable open world crime game. It just wasn't it, man. It just wasn't. They took out everything that made Saints Row good. Like they took out everything that made it stand out from GTA. With like being over the top and all like the, you know, all like the toughness of the game, the well-written storylines. Of course, well, 3 wasn't the best story, but 4 was actually okay. Like the Saints in that the reboot just didn't feel tough at all. Like they didn't feel like a threat. Neither did the games, but the older games they did felt like a threat. Even though 3 had its issues, Killbane at least was enough of a threatening villain for me. He wasn't the best one, but he was enough of a threat. Like the games were enough of a threat to me. The Saints still felt like threats in the end, even though they had a really bad start from the beginning, but you know, they got back strong in the end, so yeah. Those guys would completely obliterate the new Saints in like 2 seconds, I swear, by looking at them. You're just gonna just sit there and laugh at them, just, you know, destroy them. Yeah, they didn't bring anything back from the earlier games that made them really good, like the stories and the they could have brought some older activities back, like Septic Avenger. That one. What do you call it? The one where you pick up the prostitutes. They didn't have anything like that. They really tried to not offend anybody. And all the censorship too. Like they instead of like fertile bitches, they call it FBs. Instead of rim jobs, they call it gym robs. It just sounded really dumb.
What the hell is your problem?
I don't know, like all the edge of the older games just is not there in the reboot. It just wasn't in.
Oh my god!
Yeah, just in the end, that game was just not that great. I mean, it's not like terrible or anything, but it just wasn't all that good. It just felt really. It was just a really forgettable experience. It was a game that I just don't want to ever play again. It was just. Like by the end of the game, outside the glitches, the bugs with the challenges, the game just felt really boring to me. It felt really like boring and uninspired. I just wanted to end the game. It was just that game. It just wasn't it, man. It really was not it whatsoever. And although I'm not like a hardcore Saints Row fan, I do feel bad for the Saints Row fans. They waited so many years for a new Saints Row game just to get a really garbage reboot. And most likely, we'll never get another Saints Row game. I'll go this way. Yeah, most likely, I don't think we'll ever get another Saints Row game. And Volition got shut down after the game bombed. And yeah, sadly, Volition's now history. When they initially posted about the rebooting, it seemed like, oh, they're going back to the old roots. It's going to be back to, you know, the old gang stuff, right? And you see the trailer, and it's like, what the heck is this? It's like, it just looks, well, it just looks not good. That trailer just did not impress me. It was like, what is this? This is not what I was expecting. Those are the freaking hipsters. It's supposed to be criminals. It's like, this YouTube channel, this YouTuber here, Matt McMuscles, he did got reached out to supposedly a Volition employee. You know, of course, we have to take him with a grain of salt. This video that came out a few years ago, and the employee says that initially it was supposed to be Saints Row 5. It was supposed to be continue after the ending of 4. And, I don't want to spoil the game and what happened in the game, but let's just say that they wanted to start fresh, somewhat fresh. They wanted to go back to its original roots. They were gonna have a whole new map and new gangs. Bring everything that made the previous 2 games really good, but also sprinkle a bit of 3 as well. Not go with all that weird alien stuff, superpowers. Even though they were kind of cool, but yeah, it definitely felt like. And I felt like they jumped a shark a bit with 4. Yeah, see, they wanted to reboot it and bring back the old Saints Row, but some executives were like, "Oh no, screw that. Just scrap the map, scrap everything. We're just gonna start over. Just cater to a whole other demographic." So all that money they spend is, all that money they supposedly spend a lot of money on. I don't remember how much the budget of the game. I think it was over $300 million, if I remember correctly. A lot of the money was spent because of the development of Saints Row 5, which they ended up scrapping entirely and starting all over again. So, yeah, it sucks that we were gonna get Saints Row 5, but it did not happen. And, you know, look what happened. The reboot came out and I mean, it was trash. So they ended up making the game that they didn't want to make. So it's just really unfortunate that we'll never get a new Saints Row game, which really sucks. But yeah, in the end, Saints Row 2022 just wasn't the best game out there. It wasn't good, it wasn't bad, but it just was a game that I didn't really enjoy. I just felt like I was going through the motions, and by the end, I just wanted the game to be done and just never play it again. I was so happy to get the Platinum Trophy. It took me almost 65 hours. It took me 63 hours, so almost 65 hours to beat the game. So it took me right about 63 hours to get the Platinum. The guide says it's supposed to take you 45. Yeah, they're a little long. Some guys say 60. But it took me a lot longer because of the stupid challenges. But yeah, it's just not a game I want to replay ever again.
Why are you trying to hit
So,
me?
yeah, would I recommend people playing it? That's a tough question. Maybe if you never played a Saints Row game before, maybe play it for like $5. It's usually $5 when it's on sale. But but don't put your expectations high. Just keep it real low. It can be in a few days. Yeah. But once you finish that, then play the older games. And you're like, wow, these games are so much better. those are way worth. Those are way worth more money than the reboot. But maybe for like $5, sure. But if you played the previous Saints Row games and never played the reboot, maybe not, so you don't feel disappointed. But if you want to spend $5 for the game, sure, go ahead and knock yourself out. So, I played it just because I want to get my because I really wanted to, because it came out on Plus a few years ago, and I just, after all the negative word of mouth was spreading everywhere, and, I really wanted to give it a try and see if it's that bad. And in some ways it's kind of bad, but in others it's not like the worst game in the world. It's just a really mediocre game. But yeah, that's my little review of Saints Row 2022. So yeah, that's quite a mouthful. So let's talk a little bit about Sony real quick. So a couple of days ago, the servers for the PSN went out for a couple hours, and some people gonna play their games, if their digital games or even the physical games. If you have the PS4 Slim or the Pro, no, PS5. Excuse me, sorry. Um, if you have the PS5 Slim and Pro, you were locked out from playing their games, which I'm not that surprised. Some people can even play it. Because if you're not on the internet for a while, yeah, you're locked out. I have the original model, so I didn't have any of these issues. But yeah, that tells you about digital right there. Yeah, they went out for some reason. I will admit I don't know what happened. It could be a security issue that happened, and they had to shut it down. Yeah, Sony still can't get it right with these freaking security problems. Like, oh my lord. They really did not learn their lesson. Like, dude, they need to do something about the security, I swear. It's just bad. Like, oh my lord. And all these freaking fanboys were trying to defend it, saying like, oh, the servers weren't working because, oh, there are a lot of people playing Marvel Tokon and the servers got all messed up and something. It's like, no, that's just an excuse, dude. Come on. Not like a bunch of people played the beta or whatever. I heard they had problems too, but they were trying to use that as like a scapegoat for. They're trying to use that as an excuse for what happened. Like, that don't make sense to me. But yeah, one, Sony still can't get their stuff together with the security, and two, if you have the later models of the PS5, if you have them digital or even physical, you can't even play their games. So remember, the Slim model, you have the attachable disk drive. If you buy that thing for the first time, you need to be synced to the internet in order to start using it. And after that, then you're fine. But if you're disconnected from the internet for a little while, all of a sudden the comms will be like, oh, you can't play your discs. You can resync to the internet, which is really stupid. Because hypothetically, if like, I don't know, like all this PlayStation headquarters explode or something, and you happen to buy the PS5 Slim with a disk drive, or you even have the Pro model, which is digital only, you cannot connect to PSN. So yeah, you cannot play games, you can't download anything. Yeah, that's not good. That's what makes the digital future very scary. It's things like that happen. Like how are you supposed to play your games? How are you supposed to preserve games? Like, it's just ridiculous. Sony really got to get back together on security. It's getting ridiculous now. Last thing we need is another major hack like what happened back in 2011. We do not want that happening again. For a lot of people, that was a really bad time. Oops. And that's I'm very fortunate to have the original model because at least with digital games, I've been without internet for about a month for a little bit because we had issues with the internet and we had to get a whole new service provider. Um, yeah, all my digital games were working, all my physical games were working just fine. The disk drive for the original model, you don't need to be synced to the internet to play any games. Like everything was fine. Well, that's just good. And I got this feeling that one day the original model will be very valuable because this console with the disk drive, you don't need to be syncing to the internet to play your discs, which is good. So that's the good thing. I'm about digital games though, but I've been offline for at least a month, and I was able to still play my digital games. But during the outage that happened, a few people within like a day or so, yeah, within a few hours, they were locked out. They couldn't play their games. So yeah, it's scary where we're heading with the digital future now. Where you don't want anything and be happy, and that's just sadly where we're heading. There's really nothing we can really do. At least for me, I'm still getting my physical copies of my games. There's always a thing called hacking, where
That one was for you,
even if
Johnny.
the CMOS battery dies out, you can always hack your PS3, your PS4 to bypass that. I don't know about PS5 right now, but I'm sure eventually there'll be something like that will happen. You know, where you can hack it and you can still play your games. You know, dump your games in the hard drive. You know, have to put the disc back in. You know, all that good stuff. Yeah, it's scary. They don't want you to own your games. That's really scary. Yeah, we're heading to that future. It's scary, but you know, yeah, it was inevitable. It was gonna happen, and yeah, it's now here now. We're heading to that all digital future. All you can do is just keep the games that you like, and, yeah, and hold them. With the PS3 store shutting down, apparently a couple PS3 games are going up, so yeah, that's not good. And it's gonna remain very pricey, probably like forever. I'm lucky to own a couple of the expensive games. I don't know how much they went up. Like I own Silent Hill Downpour, for example, which I paid $60 at GameStop a couple months back. I think it was back in December. I don't know how much that game is right now. I think it went up too. Like the other Silent Hill games. Silent Hill HD Collection. It's like a $30 game. That game may have gone up too. Deadpool on PS3. That game may have gone up as well. Yeah, the game collecting is so tough now. Like there's no older games that cost too much money, dude. Like times are tough, and all these digital storefronts shutting down, and everything going digital. Some games going up as delisted or whatever. It's just gaming's just getting way too expensive. It's just not good. I love video games. It's like my passion. I got a lot of 360 and PS3 games for dirt cheap, and some PC as well. Yeah, it's just gonna get really expensive later down the road, and it really sucks. And unfortunately, it's just not gonna get any better. It's just gonna get worse and worse from here. You know, I was talking to the assistant manager at GameStop last week. I think it was, I don't remember what day. I think it was Wednesday. He's telling me that yeah, like eventually they're gonna phase out video games altogether, and it's gonna be a card game store. Yeah, collectibles and card game store basically, where they sell toys and trading cards. Toys, you know, just toys, you know. little kids like toys. And trading cards, you know, they're easy money right there, you know. They make decent amount of change for those really expensive boxes. Like I cannot see myself spending all that money on cardboard. I, if you like it, that's fine. Just me personally, it's not my thing. You know, and you know, with the grading and all that good stuff, you know, that's that's decent money right there. Oh, I meant to go there, back in the HQ. They're really small, and you know, each of the stores, not like games where it takes a lot of space. You know, easy money right there. It's gonna eventually turn to like card stop or toy stop or something. I'll say card stop. Yeah, they're gonna head another direction eventually. Oh. But yeah, it's unfortunate where it's heading, but yeah, sadly it is what it is. There's nothing I can do but to do. Eventually things will go digital and all these companies can control the prices in their digital storefronts. I mean, like, one side, I'm like, kind of sad that it's going that way, yeah, but at the same time, I saw it coming. I'm just sad, I don't buy most new games anymore. Like, a lot of modern games kind of suck now. Usually I wait till it goes down to 20 bucks and be like, oh, that's alright, and shelve it and play it. That's just how it goes for me. And that's exactly why they want to end physical media. That's exactly why Sony want to end physical media, because um, they don't want customers going to Walmart or Target and waiting to buy the game for 20 bucks. Um, they want them to buy at the digital storefront for full price. So yeah, I'm that type of person. You know, I wait a year or so for a game to go down really cheap, buy it for 20 bucks at Walmart, or buy a couple $20 games from their GameStop's 4 for 40 sale. You know, get games 10 bucks each. Yeah, I'm that type of guy. And I don't. It's not like I don't have the money to buy these games. I do have the money for it. It's just that. Oops. Um. Buddy. Oh, we need your help, buddy. We need your help, boss man. And here and there, cause blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, eventually Microsoft and Nintendo, they're gonna follow suit. They're gonna eventually do the same thing. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It really is. But like I said before, it's not like I don't have the money to buy um video games. I do have the money to buy some full price games. It's just a lot of these games nowadays just ain't worth it. Like they don't like appeal to me that much. Even if a game can give me it's slightly interesting, I'm like, it's not gonna be worth 70 bucks. I'm just gonna wait for a year or so for the game to go down to 20 bucks. I'm just gonna wait for the game to go down to 20 bucks and then I'll buy it. Or get it pre-owned um at GameStop for like from like you know, those 4 for 20s or 4 for 40 sales. I get them from GameStop usually. And of course, you know, you buy those games at Walmart or Target or any other big box retail store. Of course, the companies don't make a lot of money. They probably make a few cents. And if you buy from GameStop pre-owned, they don't make nothing. So, yeah, they're trying to end all that stuff. Like for example, uh, 007 First Light, like that game didn't look that interesting to me. It looks like just a typical third-person shooter in my eyes, but it'll be a game I'll play for 20 bucks, not 70. It just doesn't look like it's worth 70 bucks to me. So I'm just gonna wait till the game goes down on sale, then I'll pick it up. And it's yeah, one of those games out there that doesn't have the full game on the disc, which really upsets me. But anywho, I don't know what I'll say there. um, but yeah, I'm just gonna end the stream now. Oh, real quick, one more thing. Not game related, but we're having a little family gathering this Saturday at my place, so We got the pool ready to go. We had to clean it out because my dad forgot to put some chlorine or whatever those chemicals you call that prevents bacteria to be grown. Yeah, it happened on Monday, so we had to clean it out on Tuesday, which wasn't fun. And then we filled the water in the pool, and we got the chlorine and all that stuff, and now it's all good again. So yeah, cleaning it was not fun. So we're just gonna have a gathering. We have the pool. We have some steak and some nachos, all that good stuff. You know, watermelon. Siblings are not gonna get popsicles tomorrow. So yeah, that's some good stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be very fun. So looking forward for Saturday. Uh, yeah, that's all I'll say right there. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, everyone. I hope you guys enjoy my little review of Saints Row. My gameplay was nothing crazy. It was just me mostly driving around. Just wanted to have a live stream out there just to say a few words. I want to play Saints Row 3 because I'm just sick and tired of Saints Row 2022. It's just, yeah, I'm done with that game. I will go back to it someday for the DLCs because I bought the DLCs a couple weeks back for like $4 or $5. I'll go back to it at some point, but for now, I'm done with the game. Will I do the PS5 version for the Platinum? I don't know. Was it because it took long and the game being boring and the challenges giving me some problems? Yeah, I'm not too sure. But yeah. I'll be looking for another game to play next week. I'll post you guys. I'll post later in the week. What game I'll be playing next for Monday and Tuesday and maybe Wednesday. So yeah. So you know, if you guys got your notifications, and I'll make sure you guys have your notifications on, so you will see my posts. What's to come. So, yeah. So yeah. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. You have a good rest of your weekend. And I'll see you guys Monday. Peace out.